Hi everyone and welcome back. I hope you're all ready to shout as usual. Imagine we're in the hall. I've said gather logs and you're all standing around me. And now build a dam. Whoa, an upside down L. And give me a B. Give me an E. Give me an A. Give me a V. Give me an E. Give me an R. Give me an S. And what have you got? And what do we have? And what do we make? Very good. Very good. Lovely to have you back. Oh, hello, Mark and Callum. Very nice to see you. I'm really sorry for the short notice on what you needed for the equipment this evening. Obviously, I'd hoped to have it all planned weeks ago and somehow the time vanished. But hopefully you have yourself a coat hanger. It doesn't have to be a metal one, just has to be this shape, and some ribbon or pipe cleaners. And you are going to make, sorry Mark for the spoiler, you're going to make a dad, you're just going to decorate it with your coat hangers or ribbon, with your pipe cleaners or ribbon, to make a dad in the middle. And then when we've done that, I shall tell you what you can do with it between now and Father's Day. So, quite obviously, you start with your coat hanger and whatever colour pipe cleaners or ribbon you want. Pipe cleaners are easier for the lettering. So if you've not got those lit yet, you might want to wrap and decorate your coat hanger first and then get some pipe cleaners in the next week or two, because the lettering is a lot easier. The ribbon may not stay so in shape, whereas the pipe cleaners, because you've got the wire in there, it'll stay in shape. So to start with, all you're doing, obviously, is wrapping your pipe cleaner or ribbon. If you've got ribbon, you can practice your knots we did right at the beginning, and just wrap and wrap so it doesn't really look like a boring metal or plastic coat hanger. Now obviously, if you've got some colourful plastic coat hanger or a nice wooden one, you may not actually need to do this. I'm not sure we can see that with the window behind me, but you must be able to get the point there. Just decorate it down and cover the whole thing. You might need to be a little careful with those sharp edges, of course, on pipe cleaners, or chenille sticks as we're supposedly meant to call them now. Wrap it round and round and round and just decorate along. I think, well, on that first demo one I showed you, 3 pipe cleaners was enough, because I actually did the lettering first and then filled in the gaps. But I think it's probably better to decorate your coat hanger first, which is what I've done this time. As I say, yeah, you might just need to be a little careful with those sharp ends on the pipe cleaners. Wrap it round and round and round. I take it you all are still enjoying this lovely weather. Got the paddling pools out and things like that, because none of you guys are back at school, are you? You must be year 1 or year 2, or year 2 or year 3, but not reception 1 or 1. Yeah, are any of you in year 1? I'm so lost track of school years. I really have. 1, 2, 3. Yeah, this is going to take 4, because I've covered it all, because I've done this bit first instead of doing the letters first. Okay. How many have we got this evening? Oh, 4 of you now. Hello. if you can, give me some feedback on live chat as to how well you're doing, because the ribbons might be harder to tie off. I don't know. I think I'm just gonna wrap that round a bit more. Just use that loose end up. So after a bit, you should have your coat hanger nicely decorated. If you want to, as you can see, I've not wrapped it totally tightly. You can still see it's decorated it, but it's not completely covered the coat hanger. Obviously, if you want to make your pipe cleaners butt right up and make it totally covered, then you're going to use more pipe cleaners and it'll take you a bit longer. Oh, hi Gabriel. Year 2, yeah. Ah, but back to school tomorrow. Was it an insect day today then? I guess it must have been. If such things still exist. Yeah, I must admit, I forget even though I'm a key worker myself, obviously because I haven't got kids of my own, I'm still not, we're only on the first part. Yeah, that's fine, don't worry, I won't move on yet. You've got plenty of time. Plenty of time. Just out of interest, have you got pipe cleaners or ribbons for this bit of the process, you guys? I'm not sure which would be easiest, to be frank, although the pipe cleaners, because of the wire, they are very easy to wrap around. Ribbon, yeah. Might be a bit more slippy with ribbon. And tying it off might be securing it off when you need it. It depends. If you've got one piece, then I guess that's easy enough. We have both, but many different colours. Oh, love it. Love it, love it, love it. I couldn't find my ribbon. I've got loads of ribbon somewhere. I've got a box of ribbon, but could I find it? Nah. So, okay. So you let me know when you're managing the end of that, and then we'll move on to the lettering. It's all very simple. Very, very simple. And actually, whilst you're on that bit, I will actually go on and tell you, don't stop, don't listen to me, don't stop your wrapping. But whilst you're wrapping those bits, once we've got the lettering in to make your dad, then what you do with it after that is entirely up to you, which is partly why I've made it so early, because you could then either use it just as the framework for a family tree mobile and get some pictures of you and the family, and hang them with ribbon from the base here to make a little family remembrance for Dad. You could do a beaver thing, I suppose, if you wanted. Pictures of you at Beavers or something. I don't know. I probably haven't sent you enough pictures. I know I've sent a few at times. We did Christmas jumpers, didn't we, and things, but you may not have enough beaver pictures for that. But anyway, you can either turn it into a photograph mobile of family and good times and things of that to say thank you to Dad for all the good things he's done with you. Again, apologies to the dads who are actually listening to this. Oh, hi, Claire. Pipe cleaners, only half. That's fine, don't worry. Or if you don't want to turn it into a photo gallery of good times with Dad and to say thank you for them, then the other thing you could do is choose some of the things Dad likes best. Don't know what Dad does. Maybe he's a Lego person. Would you like a little Lego kit? Just find some little gifts that you think he'd really like and wrap them up, and again, just hang them from the base there so that he can open them up on Father's Day, which I think somebody told me is the 21st of June. So we are a couple of weeks early, but that's so that you and Mum even though Dad's seen the frame, or possibly seen the frame, you can quietly do the rest of it without him knowing, so some of it might be a surprise. So that's what you can do. Well, they're my thoughts on what you can do. I'm sure, being very creative beavers, you might think of something else. So if you can think of something else, again, this will be could be part of your creative challenge or part of your skills. Part of your skills challenge badge. The creative is just an activity badge, but either one of those it could tick off. I have to confess, I am running out of ideas. I'll try very hard to get 5 more weeks. But I'm struggling to find ideas now that we can use in this format, because obviously it wants to be something you can do whilst we're together, or you can do as we go along, rather than just watching me or just telling you what, sending a sheet or whatever. So I will do my best. Okay, how are we doing? Anybody close to there? You can make a dancing coat hanger. On the last bit. Brilliant. Last bit too. Brilliant. Gabriel, how are you doing, my darling? And there's one who's not on chat, so I can't check in with you. At least they haven't taken us down this time. Never did work out what that was for. Nearly done. Jolly good. I noticed they put it back up, but it wasn't much use because they chopped it about 4 minutes in. So putting it back up was not a lot of use, really. But they obviously decided there was no cause to take me down last time. And I did, as you've probably seen, I did put just the video up. Right, okay. So I'm going to move on. So your next bit, as I say, if you've got ribbon, if it's a stiff ribbon, this might work. Otherwise, you may have to track down some pipe cleaners and do it with pipe cleaners. But basically, we are going to put a lovely dad in the middle. Sorry about the window. I think in the past we put a board up on that window, but it's a bit bright. But we're just going to write dad in the middle of your coat hanger. So if you start with the A, I've just realised I need another pipe cleaner. I've gone orange and blue on this one. So for your A, you're just going to, near the top of your coat hanger, where the actual hook goes, you're just going to hook it around the top there, and then in your A shape, I've done it slightly too. You do need to be pretty much bang on halfway for this. So maybe fold your pipe cleaner in half first. Depending on the length of your pipe cleaner, of course, you might have longer ones than me. And then it hooks over the top, comes down and loops, comes down and loops. So you get a very obvious A shape like that. And then you use your other one. You can cut it if you want. I couldn't be bothered last time, so you just wrap it round about halfway. And then just keep folding over and over and over until you've used it all up. And use this last bit to wrap around the clump in the middle so it's all nice and tight. And then lose that end. Whoops. So you've got your A in the middle. Do that one first because then it's easier to gauge where your D's are going to go in relation to your A. Okay, I'm going to leave you playing with that whilst I go and get myself another orange pipe cleaner because I only got myself 3. I forgot I'd need a second one for my bar. So I'll be back in a minute. What have I done with them? Here they are. There we go. Another pipe cleaner achieved. Oh. Okay, are we on to that? Hopefully you've started fighting with your, you might, I suppose, I don't know, you might find it easier to hang your coat hanger up somehow and do it. Not sure. Or just get Mum or Dad, whoever's with you, to hold it, maybe. Can be a bit fiddly. Oh, we've done the A. Brilliant. Anyone else done the A? You can probably work out how you do the rest, to be honest with you. Your D, you can certainly manage to do this D in one pipe cleaner. You just catch it at the bottom, wrap it round and catch it at the top so that the upright is nice and clear, and then you just do that and fold it over at the bottom there to catch it, and then you've got a D shape. That one I found the first time round was slightly easier than the following one because the one this side, it's actually a larger gap. It's a taller D. You could move it along, but then you'd have a space. So this one is a little trickier, but same technique. Fold it round to catch it, and then make your D shape. You just got a little, whoops, you got a little less to play with catching it in on the other side on this one. That's the only thing, because it's a slightly, and I'm wobbling all over the place doing this now. I'm going to put it down just for a minute because actually I want to move mine along a bit. I'm going to make it a bit further over. There we go, that's a bit better. There we go. So you get your dad in there. There you go. That's the correct way around for me. So if you might just want to use another bit of ribbon or something to catch that bottom bit of the D in. This is what comes of doing things different ways around. When I made my example, as I say, I put the letters on first, which did actually give me, when I wrapped the coat hanger, I had a few loose ends to hold these bits down. But they might just rest along there. Otherwise, catch yourself a bit of ribbon or chop off a little bit of pipe cleaner just to catch that edge in if you need to. And that's it. All done, except for whatever goodies or special things or lovely reminders you want to hang from the bottom in the next couple of weeks, which hopefully you might be able to keep as a surprise from Daddy if Daddy's been helping you with this. As I say, my two thoughts were a mobile of happy family photographs and things Dad's done with you over the years, or some little treats that you know Daddy likes that you can wrap up and hang with ribbon from the base. Okay, there's one finished, definitely. The rest of you, you've got enough to carry on and finish, I would imagine. So thank you very much for joining me again. Next week we are going to be doing puppets. I will send an email very shortly with things you might want for the puppets, but it's going to be fairly, it's kind of what you've got around. So if you've got a wooden spoon or an odd glove or an odd sock or anything like that, and your bits of ribbon and pipe cleaners and felt and paper, and we're going to be making some puppets, a few different varieties of puppets. So if some of you are having trouble thinking about your performance, you could then maybe use the puppets for a little performance if you would like. Okay, so thanks for joining me again, and GOODBYE, goodbye.